Hey guys, Derek here from Modern Castle. I've been using the ECOVACS DEEBOT X1 OMNI for over 100 days. In today's video, we're going to talk through the specifics on what it's like to use, maintenance, and performance over the long haul. This video is sponsored by NapLab. NapLab is our sister channel where we put mattresses to the test. We test mattresses through our battery of 9 different tests to create the most objective, transparent, and helpful reviews possible. If you're in the market for a new mattress and need help, visit us over at naplab.com or on our channel on YouTube. First up, let's talk through the cleaning performance. The Omni is able to vacuum and mop at the same time. Vacuuming performance on the Omni is excellent. During my extended 100-day test, the Omni easily handled the vast majority of vacuuming tasks around my home. With respect to mopping performance, overall, I was pleased as well. In terms of actual mop cleaning performance, the Omni does a great job at cleaning and removing dirt, dust, and other debris from the mop. The spinning mop pads are a relatively recent evolution for mopping robots. While we're starting to see more of these on the market, it's still a fairly rare feature that seems to have a significant impact on the mopping performance. All robot mops that wash their own mopping pads are going to accumulate dirt, dust, and grime in the base over time. The problem here is that the mopping tray doesn't remove. All other mopping robots that wash their own mopping pads that we've tested to date remove the mopping tray. You can take that out, wash it in the sink, put it in the dishwasher, and just get it much cleaner. Here, you gotta get on your hands and knees and scrub that dirt out by hand. The process is certainly less than ideal. Overall navigation and obstacle avoidance is quite good as well. While it's not perfect at avoiding all obstacles, it's a major step up from the robots that lacked active obstacle recognition. In my view, the reason to spend big money on a robot like the Omni is due to the usability features. The Omni's dock is able to self-empty the dustbin, wash and dry mop pad, and recharge the robot. In my extended test, I found the Omni performed all of these functions without issue. While the Omni does the vast majority of functions well, it's the few functions that it lacks that really have frustrated me these last few months. First up, the Omni cannot raise or lower the mopping pad. As a result, it also prevents the robot from vacuuming carpets and rugs when the mopping pad is attached. ECOVAC's idea is probably they don't want a damp mop pad being dragged across the floor. Nevertheless, for a home like mine that always wants the mopping pads attached, it means that the few rugs I have simply never get clean. That's a major miss. Next, if the mopping pads are attached and there is no clean water in the tank, then the robot not only will not start a mopping cycle, but it won't even allow you to vacuum. As a result, you need to remove the mopping pads to start a cycle or add water to the tank. I would always do my best to keep the tank full all the time, but occasionally I'd forget. When that happens, it just means that not only did I not get the mopping session done, but the robot didn't vacuum either. Again, that's a major miss. The last major issue I had with the Omni was simply the battery. My home is around 2,600 square feet. The Omni wasn't able to complete its cleaning on a single battery. As a result, a typical cleaning session was around 6 hours long, requiring a recharge in the middle. Prior to the Omni, I tested Roborock's S7 Max V for 100 days. The S7 Max V was able to finish a cleaning cycle on a single battery, finishing in around 3 hours. At least for me, I really appreciate a faster cleaning cycle. Having to listen to the robot mop banging around for 6 hours a day just isn't great when I know there is an alternative that's done in half the time. My complaints beyond this are pretty minor. The Omni did manage to get stuck a few times, mostly getting tangled around my wife's clothing or caught on kids' toys. A few times it managed to pull its mopping pads off when they got wrapped around a power cord or on an infant rocker. One of the major feature differentiators of the Omni is the built-in voice assistant. Eco, wash the mopping pad.
Okay, mopping pad cleaning.
When it works, this voice assistant allows you to give the Omni a wide range of cleaning and usability commands. However, I found it to be less than great. The assistant simply didn't respond to my voice unless I was within just a few feet of the unit itself. Certainly, that's better than no voice assistant at all. Nevertheless, the experience felt a bit clunky. During my testing of the Omni X1, I couldn't help but compare it to Roborock's S7 Max V Ultra. The two have essentially the same set of features, including vacuum mop combo, obstacle avoidance, and dock that self-empties and washes mop pads. With so many identical features, it really comes down to the actual cleaning and usability execution. In this respect, the S7 Max V routinely outperformed the Omni. It was significantly faster and more efficient, got stuck less, and avoided the slew of mopping usability issues that I experienced on the Omni. The ability for a mop to be raised and lowered is critical, especially for the types of robots at this price point. As the Omni isn't able to lift the mopping pad, it creates usability issues for homes with a mix of hard and carpet surfaces. No one wants to have to manually attach and detach the mopping pads, and yet that is required. My performance expectations are quite high with a robot at this price point. The Omni X1 does so much right, but still leaves me wanting more. In my view, the Omni needs a larger capacity battery and a mop that can raise and lower based on floor type. These two changes would resolve all of the outstanding usability issues and elevate the overall performance to match the price point. All that said, the Omni is still a solid robot. It does far more right than it does wrong. In my view, your specific home setup would largely determine whether or not the few usability issues are going to be problematic or not. In my home, they were more noticeable. But in other environments, these issues might not be as dramatic. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Omni, we've got a link in the description. For more from Modern Castle, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at moderncastle.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.